Hello traders, and welcome to another weekend's market forecast video. So hopefully everybody is having a great day. And let's start as we usually do with the dollar index. So as you remember from our previous videos and forecasts, we expected the dollar to start falling in the beginning of the year. So we have got a double correction higher from this low from the 24th of February. And now we are looking that the dollar will soon start another move to the downside. So perhaps in this upcoming week, in the next few days, we might start seeing weakness again. And very importantly, you should also pay attention that this week we have high volatility news, which are the US jobs data. So that should have an impact into the short-term volatility of the dollar. In any of the cases, for us, we are still biased to the downside for the dollar overall. For the dollar yen, we have reached this target area that we expected around these lows from the 3rd of December. However, we believe that this is a corrective bounce that soon will give us another reaction to the downside. So the yen overall, it will remain sideways for the time being. There is not going to be any major moves for this week by the looks of it, but overall we might get a little bit more upside from this low from Wednesday, but then we believe that another reaction should be happening because of a possible dollar weakness, and that's going to be our bias for the dollar yen in the upcoming week. For the euro, same idea as we were expecting from the beginning of the year. Upside in the euro, which is going to take place, as we said, from January. It's a process between the buyers and the sellers, up and down, until we get a resolution to the upside. So the next move that we're expecting from this pair is still to the upside towards the 107-108 area. So this is what we should start seeing entering this week. The euro should be creating a pullback pivot and make a move to the upside. That is still our bias, and that is remain unchanged. For the pound, similar to the euro, we are still biased to the upside. We have reached the 127 area, but we can see more upside towards 128 and 129, as we have said, from January. So here we might see, if we see any shorter term weakness, it will be short-lived. If we do another low, it's possible, but we expect that the pair should turn higher sooner or later. So we are still biased to the upside from these lows from the 13th of January and the 3rd of February. Those two pivots over here. So target area still 128, 129 at least for the pound. Now for gold, of course, we have conducted for our members only on Friday the metals and commodities webinar and what we're expecting in the bigger picture heading into 2026. So if you are not a member, you have missed out on a very big an important webinar, but you can still get access to it if you join anytime. The link is in the description. You get access to all of our previous content. We do not delete or modify anything. Anything is accessible for all of our monthly members. So in any of the cases, gold has made the pullback as we expected to get this week. And right here, we should find support during this week and create another accumulation for another move to the upside. So we are expecting another move to the upside for gold. But if you want to know the bigger picture, targets and anything related, you should be a member, because we don't share most of the stuff out here for free. There is a reason for that. Valuable things, they are only deserved to be shared with valuable people. So that's why we have the service. That's why we are also very direct with everyone right here. And also, if you are not in our Telegram channel, you should follow us there. You should subscribe. The link is in the description, because we do share a lot of announcements and content that you don't see here on YouTube. So feel free to follow us on Telegram so you get updated with anything that we do. Gold, as we said, more upside should follow after this pullback. Now for oil we are still biased to the downside as we have been for a long time, of course. Even after this double correction that was kind of expected, we said that the market will revisit the area below 70. That's exactly what happened once again. So from here, we can expect a possible double bounce correction from this low from Wednesday. And then ideally we turn to the downside again. But we have to be mindful that right now there is also another risk of a bigger double correction in oil. And this is why if you are trading oil, you should be very, very careful and you should avoid ideally any new trades for oil. The sell setup was from this area. We got this move to the downside. That's it. Decent move. You don't need to gamble in the market when the shorter term cycles can play games. And of course, if you want bigger pictures and why and what we see overall, again, you should join us with the link in the description so you can get access to our weekends market overview live sessions and midweek live sessions that we do for our members, so you can get updated with any type of analysis, including fundamentals as well. But not what you listen to the other people that are telling you. This is professional analysis. We are not dealing with, let's say, uneducated content. Everything we do is professional. We have experience for years in this market, and we know how to look at the market properly. So you might have realized that for the free content we do as much as we can, but the valuable content is not the one that you have for free, is the one that you pay to get. So for oil, still bearish, but risks to the upside short term are here. So you should be cautious if you are trading oil this month. For gas, as we explained, the market should remain trapped within this area for a long time. We went down, we went up, and now we are going down again. So this is a double correction for the time being from the highs from the 20th of February. So the market should come back down to the 3.5 or 6 area. And from here, the market will talk to us and we will know whether we will actually bounce and fall again or whether we are going to go up again. But this is going to be a testing moment for natural gas, and ideally, the price should come back down to this area for the time being. So for the S&P 500 SPX cash index, as we expected last week, we have got the pullback. So ideally, the most aggressive view is that we have the pullback completed and we turn to the upside for new all-time highs already. Or alternatively, we might bounce and do another choppy move to the downside or a possible even double before we go to the upside. In any of the cases, the index should see new all-time highs anyway. Of course, if you want to know the bigger picture of it, you should also become a member. We are also going to do an index-related webinar for our members later on in the month of March. Because it's very important, not only as a trader, but for your future. If you are especially in the US, you deserve to know what is coming ahead in 2026 and beyond, because this is, of course, more related to your own financial future, economy-wise, and what we see in general, and which markets help us to do this specific forecast and analysis. You can learn everything only if you are a member. In any of the case, for us, the S&P will have again another cycle for new all-time highs within the next month or so. The only question is short term, if we see another low or not. Regardless of the case, new highs should happen. For us, higher probability wise, we should not see new lows from here. We should accumulate and move to the upside sooner than later, and this is our bias for the index. Now for Bitcoin did the double correction from the 20th of January at the end of the day, which was one of the possible paths that we have shared a few weeks ago, that we could actually be able to break the lows from the 13th of January. And of course, for our members, they know the bigger picture from last year, what we expected for Bitcoin and what is coming up. So if you also want to know that, so you save yourself, if you are a long-term, let's say, holder, or you want to sell or buy, to save yourself stress about what is coming up, you should be a member so we can tell you ahead of time what is going on, and not what the uneducated people on YouTube are actually telling you. Has nothing to do with that. In any of the cases, what we can tell you is that right here we are entering another accumulation phase for another move to the upside for Bitcoin. However, if you want to know the high probability targets, you can learn them, as I said, if you join us with the link in the description, and we can share with you with our in-depth analysis and forecast what is coming up for any market, to be precise. So Bitcoin accumulation, and soon another cycle to the upside is coming. That's what we have for this weekend's forecast. So hopefully you have got value out of it. So we wish you a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.